Good morning, student. As you all know, we are currently doing the chapter number 5, in which we are studying about the different kind of rulers and the structure which the rulers have built. Okay, construction. So in this chapter, we are generally discussing the architecture and you can say the art and architectures of these types of rulers. Okay. So in a later video we have discussed the tombs and temples, the mosques and temples. Okay, the structure of temples and your mosques. Now in this chapter, in this video, we will discuss that why the temples are facing the attack. Okay, why in a history we have heard a lot of that king destroyed that kingdom, and that temple. So why the temples are the main focus of attack? Okay, why the peoples are or the other kings are destroying the temples? So the main question, as we know in a previous video, we have discussed that the temples were the symbols of symbols of a pride of that king. Okay, so suppose that this is the A and B king. So suppose the A have in his pride or in his showing his symbol or his power. So A built some structure of a temples, and what happened when suppose that A and B fought the battle and B defeated that A king. So B first took over his all the possession, उसकी सारी संपत्ति को ले लेगा, and after that he will destroy the construction of that temple which was built by the king of A, because we have known that these temples are the symbol of a king's pride, a king की power. This is the symbol of pride and wisdom of a king. So the other king, by destroying the temple, it is the other king is representing that he is destroying the power and pride of that king. Okay, so as we know, pride के symbols है आपके temples. So when these two king will fight with each other, so suppose that B defeated that king A. Okay, so B will first, then when B will defeated that king na, so B started to destroy his temple as well. The temple which was built by the A, which that means he is showing that we am destroying your pride as well. Okay, so that's why you can see when these two battles were happening and one king is took over the possessions of the other king. So the temples are the first target to destroying the pride of that king. Okay, so that's why temples were the facing the most of the destructions. ठीक है, इसीलिए temples में सबसे ज़्यादा destructions हुए, because they are the pride, symbols of a pride and wisdom of a king. So when these two kings are fighting together, so one is showing that I am destroying your pride as well as by destroying their temple which was built by the previous king. Okay. So same in some cases has given to us in a history. Okay, in your NCERT, one king was your Shrimala, which is from the Chalukya dynasty. Okay, Chalukya dynasty से belong करता था, and when he fought with the king, he invaded the leadership region of Sri Lanka. That is, the king of that time was Sena first. Okay, that king name was Sena first. So what happened? Shrimala attacked the Sri Lanka. Okay, that king was the Sri Lankan king was Sena first. So when you can say that when Shrimala defeated that king, that Sena first king, so this Sena first have a very great temple of Buddhism in Sri Lanka. He built a temple of Buddhism, Buddha का temple बनाया था, and in which he is situated, and there was a one famous statue of Buddha which is purely made by the gold. Okay, so what happened when Shrimala took over the possession of Sena first, so Sena first, so he also took over his statue as well. Okay, उसने उसके statue को भी ले लिया, and started to place his statue in his region, और अपने region में उस statue को रख दिया. So what happened after when the son of Sena started to get avenged, and he again fought the battle with the king of Madurai, that was your Shrimala, and after the when he defeated the king and he took over his revenge, अपना बदला ले लिया, the son of Sena first, that was Sena second, so he took over his statue as well. That Buddha statue which the Shrimala had taken from Sri Sena, Sena first, again when Sena first defeated the Chalukya king, so he took over, when he get his revenge, so he also took over that gold statue of Buddha from his kingdom as well. So we can see that by these cases that how much important and how much prominent the temples are at that time. They are strictly, you can say that they are generally representing the pride of a king. Okay, same way this was also a case of Chola king, the Chola dynasty, that was a Rajendra first. He also built one of the Shiva temple in which all the deities or all the आपकी deities like your Ma Durga, goddess Kali, and Nandi, that statue of a Nandi, all he has taken from the different kind of a region. All the regions which he has defeated, so he took over all the possession from these regions as well and situated them in his Shiva temple. So this is the cases of some of the cases of attacking one another's kingdom and their temples. So now we will study about the gardens, tombs and forts. Okay. So these gardens, tombs and forts. In this study we will study about, in this chapter we will study about the garden, tombs and fort, which is mainly built by your Mughals empire. Okay, Mughals and foreign invaders, when the foreign invaders took over the thrones of India पे जब उन्होंने अटैक किया, so they started to build the gardens, tombs and fort in their own styles. Okay, apart from Hindus, Hindus rajas, their structure or their skill is little bit different. So in this we will study about the gardens, tombs and fort which is built by the foreign invaders. Okay, invaders. So one of the, you can see the garden, the art and architect Mughal dynasty. Okay, Mughal dynasty which is started by your Babur. Okay, Babur से start की थी आपकी Mughal dynasty. So Mughal dynasty is very famous for building the garden, tombs and forts. Okay, the majorly construction, the major historical building which we have seen nowadays, it was mainly built by your Mughal empire. Okay, Mughal empire ने बनाई थी. तो one of the famous thing, one of the most, the founder of Mughal empire was your Babur. Okay, Babur ने Mughal empire बनाई थी. So Babur was very keen. Babur has a very keen interest in gardening. उनको गार्डनिंग बहुत इंटरेस्ट था. सो ही बिल्ड in his autobiography, that is your Baburnama. Okay, in Baburnama he generally show his interest that what kind of a gardens he wants to build, किस टाइप का गार्डन ये बनाना चाहते हैं. So his plan was that he will build a rectangular shape garden. Okay, suppose that this plot is a rectangular shape. After that he started to make a temporary partition of that. He categorized, he distribute that is large area of a plot into the 4 section, which by dividing them temporary separators से उसने ही divided this large area of a land into the 4 parts, and this name as 4 बाग. 4 means 4. So this is the first of the ideas by 4 बाग idea was introduced mainly by your Babur, which is belong from your Mughal dynasty. तो जो 4 बाग का ideas था, in which a large area of a land was divided into the 4 section by a temporary separators. Okay, and in which in the first and in the center of the park, okay, center of the garden will be lies your one of the superstructure, whether you are talking about tombs and mosques and other things. So it will be situated at the center of the garden, and the garden will be divided into the 4 parts. So this you can say this structure was generally introduced by the Babur first. Okay, so this is known as your char bagh. Char means 4, so we are looking that they are dividing in the 4 parts. So this is your idea of char bagh. ऐसे आपके चार बाग बने थे. So Akbar, after the Babur, Akbar was the main. Akbar, we know Humayun, Shahjahan, Akbar and all the Mughal dynasties king. So Akbar started when Babur has an interest in gardening. So Akbar started to show his interest by building the tombs. Tombs means उसके जो एंसेंट्रल से उनकी टर्म्स मीन्स होते हैं उनकी जो जहाँ पे उनकी क्या रखी जाती थी बॉडीज रखी उसको एक शेप में रख देते थे. ठीक है, लाइक योर मॉस्क्यूज. ठीक है, मॉस्क्यूज के जैसे होते थे. सो अकबर शो हिज इंटरेस्ट एंड बाय बिल्डिंग द हिज एंसेंट्रल स्टॉक. उसने अपने जो भी पूर्वज थे उनके लिए क्या बनाई, टर्म्स बनाई in the remembrance of his ancestrals. Okay, so one of the most famous ancestral of your Humayun. Okay, Babur's son was Humayun and Humayun was the father of Akbar. Akbar was the son of your Humayun. So Akbar built a tomb in his remembrance of his father. अपने father की याद में tomb बनाया and their structure, the architecture of that Humayun's tomb was very famous. It was like this in the 4 types of like your 4 char bagh, in the structure of a char bagh, and in between at the center of this bagh the Humayun's tomb was situated. Okay, Humayun's का tomb situated है and this is the layout of your Humayun's tomb which is built by your Akbar. Okay, so also you will see that the Mughals are, by these topics we can understand that Mughals are a very keen interest in building the arc and architectures. Okay, इनका बहुत interest था architecture में. So one of the most famous in a Mughal dynasty that was your Shahjahan, which you can say the red forts and the red forts, your Taj Mahal, all the major historical buildings which we are seeing in this time are mainly built by your Shahjahan. Shahjahan बहुत ही he was a very great lover of art. ये art lover, बहुत art lover थे and he has a very interest in music, literature and architecture, even gardening as well. So he all his you can say all the time period of his reason which is mainly spent by constructing a different kind of a historical buildings. Okay, so one of the he also built and he was the one who connected more with the common people. Okay, you can say that he divided and you can say that he cut out the land which is between, suppose that this is your king and this is the part of common people. So you can say that he cut off the space between the king and construction and common people. अपनी प्रजा से और राजा और प्रजा के बीच जो distance था, he started to cut that space. Okay, so by building the Diwan-e Khas, his building is one of the you can say that in his palace in which he is living. So in that area he built a Diwan-e Khas or Diwan-e Aam. Okay, Diwan-e Khas means you can say the gathering hall in which the king and the common people will do their meeting together. Okay, and the king will do his interaction अपना मिलेगा common people से. So this is his Diwan-e Khas is generally known as your Chilchil Sultan या 40 pillars. Why we are saying is 40 pillars? So his Diwan-e Khas, the structure of his Diwan-e Khas was like this, that in the middle of a courtyard, means एक बहुत से बड़े courtyard means आपके बगीचे, in the middle of a courtyard there is a large area of a courtyard and after the courtyard at the center of this courtyard your Diwan-e Khas was built, which is the center, which is the place where the king and the common people do their interactions. Okay, एक दूसरे से मिलते थे and king you can say the king took over the means king started to address अपनी जो भी address थी करता था to the common peoples को. Okay, so at the center of this courtyard there was a center of courtyard. This is the place where your Diwan-e Khas was built and it is known चिलचिल सुल्तान. ओके, दीवाने खास का नाम क्या था? चिलमिल सुल्तान. As a in other name we can say this 40 pillars. In a Hindi we can say 40 pillars. Why we are saying is 40 pillars? Because you will see that the roof of that hall, okay, the roof of that hall जो उसकी छत थी was balanced by the 40 pillars. ओके, 40 पिलर से आपकी क्या थी? उसकी जो रूफ थी, उस स्ट्रक्चर, उस हॉल की जो रूफ थी वो 40 पिलर से क्या थी? बैलेंस थी. तो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर सेइंग दीवाने खास एज अ 40 पिलर. ओके, आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. एंड द throne, the throne area in which the king was sitting. Okay, the king throne means जहाँ पे king का आपका जो throne था. Suppose that this is the hall. Okay, this is the main gathering hall which is known as your 40 pillar. In between the 40 pillar there was a space in which the thrones was situated. जहाँ पे king का क्या था? सिंहासन था. And the king's throne was the place where the king throne was situated is known as Qibla. जहाँ पे किंग का जो सिंहासन था वो रखा रहता था, उस जगह को आप क्या बोलते थे? किबला. That place is known as a Qibla. And behind the, you will see that behind the structure, behind the throne of the king, जो king का जो throne होता था ऐसे टाइप का. सपोज दैट दिस इज द बिहाइंड स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ, जैसे आप देखते हैं शादी में. ओके, तो स्टेज में जो आपकी चेयर्स होती है, सपोज दैट दैट वाज द थ्रोन ऑफ द किंग. सो आफ्टर द बिहाइंड ऑफ द थ्रोन देयर वाज अ वेरी, यू कैन से द colorful patterns and beautifully patterned structure of a beautiful design. That designs is known as your patriarch drawer, which is drawn behind the thrones of the king. किंग के सिंहासन के पीछे जो आपकी स्टोन्स डिजाइन थी, विच इज मेनली बिल्ड बाय योर स्टोन्स, हार्ड स्टोन्स को. ओके, हार्ड स्टोन्स द डिजाइंस वाज the design was engraving. They suppose that this is their colorful marble stone, so the engraving in which we have engraved the beautiful design and beautiful pattern in that stone. After that, that stone was situated in behind the king's thrones. So that is structure is known as your patriarch drawer. This is one of the famous structure of that time. Okay, बहुत ज़्यादा famous architects का एक skill थी. That was known as your patriarch drawer. All the beautiful patterns or beautiful design behind the king's throne, king के जो सिंहासन के पीछे थी, that was your patriarch drawer. Okay, and one of the Shahjahan, as you know, Shahjahan was a very keen interest of water. Okay, his you can say that his capital was Agra. So you will see that most of the construction and beautiful cities he built nearby the rivers. Okay, as we know, in a Mughal, in a Muslim, water is very precious. We have discussed in a previous video कि water आपका बहुत ही इसे बहुत ही होली चीज समझी जाती है. So all the construction and all the cities, even your Agra fort and your Taj Mahal was built nearby your rivers. Okay, rivers area के सामने बने थे, क्योंकि शाहजहां was a very keen interest in behind the, मतलब rivers के साइड पे उसने क्या किया? mainly construction किया. ठीक है, so this is all about the Mughals and their gardens and tombs. I hope you understand that video very well. Thank you.